Foursquare and the Dead Clowns. This is a flashback. 50 years ago, before me and my mother and everyone else in my family was born, a circus was traveling around and coming to town. Clowns were making people laugh by telling jokes and being silly. As the circus traveled in a train, a storm hit. A boat accidentally bumped into a bridge, and the train fell into the water. All the clowns died and were never seen again. But some people say that the clowns will come back to life after 50 years and attack and kill people as zombie clowns. This is 50 years later, and I am going to have a family. Nothing is going to stop me from making this happen. End flashback. One day, Mitchell was outside keeping watch for zombies when he heard Alice yelling his name. "Mitchell!" she yelled. "Uh-oh, I wonder if the baby's coming," said Mitchell, and he jumped off the swing and accidentally fell into the pool. "Alice, Alice, where are you?" "Where am I?" he yelled. Alice was beside the pool. She reached down and took the pool cover off of his face. "Mitchell, I was not in labor. Why do you keep saying this through the whole entire month? We've been over this." Mitchell got out of the pool. "Aw, sorry, Alice. I'm just so excited." "Not excited enough," said Eleanor as she shook her hair out to dry. Alice said, "Mitchell, I know you're excited. I am too, but you're getting a little carried away about this." Just then they heard screaming coming from another street. "Whose scream was that?" asked Eleanor. Brittany yelled, "That's Laura. She must be in trouble." The B team got in the van and raced to Laura's house. When they got there, a window was broken, so they climbed out of the van to investigate the house. They looked around the whole house, but there was no one there. Just then, the Duas arrived and found a note. It read, "Help me. I'm actually lost and taken by dead clowns." Alice said, "We must go get Laura back." Mitchell said, "You should stay here with me. You need to protect the baby." "I'm going to be okay," said Alice. Soon the B team was on their way. They found a dark cave. "Laura must be down there," Alice said as she looked down into the cave. Alice looked at Mitchell and said, "Come on, B team, we're going in." "Alice, this is going to be dangerous. You've seen what zombies and clowns can do. This is going to be one of the worst adventures I've ever had with you, and you are 9 months pregnant," said Mitchell. Alice didn't care. They pressed on into the cave until they came across a sign that said "Dead Clowns." It was raining everywhere. Alice said, "Here's a mansion. Maybe Laura's in there. Follow me, B team." As they reached the entrance to the mansion, Alice tried to open the door, but it was stuck. "One of us can get in through the broken window and unlock the door for us from the other side," said Alice. "I'll go." But Mitchell stopped her before she could do any more dangerous actions. "Stop," he said. "You are not doing that, and you can't even fit through that window. I don't want you hurting yourself or the baby. And what if there was a zombie clown right behind you when you tried to unlock the door for us? I suggest you stay out here so I can protect you." Eleanor said, "I'll go in. I'll be careful." And she climbed through the window. She carefully unlocked the door. Then she heard squeaky clown shoes walking. She turned around, but there was no one there. She pushed open the door. The B team came in, and they locked themselves inside. Alice heard the clown shoe sound, but she didn't see anything either. She must have imagined it, or was daydreaming or something. The B team began to look for Laura everywhere, but before they got too far, Alice said, "Let's split up." "No," said Mitchell, "that's a bad idea." "Why?" asked Brittany. "Because," said Eleanor, what if one of the clown zombies finds Alice and hurts the baby? And two, what if one of us gets bitten?" "We won't," said Alice. "I'm a half-human vampire, Mitchell is a half-crocodile, Eleanor is a she-devil, and Brittany is a burial-ground zombie. We'll be fine." It was getting dark outside, so the B team went down to the basement and secured the area. Luckily, there were no clowns down there, so they went to sleep. A little while later, Eleanor woke up to the sound of a door opening. Alice pulled out her pistol and pointed it at a clown with blue hair. His face was all chewed up. Alice shot him in the head, and he fell to the ground, dead. She pulled him back to the stairs, away from the B team. When Alice got back to the basement, she closed the door carefully, locked it, and both girls went quietly back to sleep. The next morning, when the B team woke up, they heard footsteps above their heads. They got up to investigate who was walking up there. It was another clown, but this time he had orange hair and a funny-looking hat. Eleanor went up to him. The clown was confused, and she bit him right on his ear. The clown screamed. He was in a lot of pain. Eleanor ripped off his head, and the body fell to the floor. She dropped the head. Alice looked down the stairs, thinking she heard something, and just then she felt like something was stabbing her stomach. She groaned and turned around to face the B team. "Guys," she said, "I think I'm having the baby now." Mitchell began to panic. Just then another clown came up the stairs. Eleanor came up with an idea and said, "Brittany and I will get Alice into a room with no clowns. Mitchell, you keep those clowns away. Target their heads, it's their only weakness." Mitchell began to fight. As he beat one, more appeared from another room. Alice's pain was becoming more intense, and as she felt another contraction, she pointed up and yelled, "Clown!" Brittany quickly turned around and pushed the clown down the stairs. 2 hours later, all the clowns were finally dead. Mitchell came back up the stairs, exhausted and very worried about Alice. Brittany appeared from one room and said, "We're getting very close. This clown apocalypse is almost over. We'll be going home soon." Just then Mitchell heard crying coming from another room. Surprised, he walked up to the door. Alice turned to look at him, smiling and crying at the same time. She was holding a brand new baby girl. She said to Mitchell, "We have a daughter, and she looks just like me." Mitchell took hold of the baby and said, "She's perfect. What shall we name her?" Alice smiled and said, "I know a name that I really like. It's Rosalie, after my mother." "Rosalie?" asked Mitchell. "Yeah, why not? It's from the Twilight Saga, too, and I like it." Mitchell agreed that it was nice. All of a sudden they heard someone yell, "Let me out!" Eleanor opened the closet door. It was Laura. Shocked and surprised, Eleanor asked, Did the zombie clowns put you in here?" "Yes, they did," said Laura. Alice showed Laura her new baby Rosalie and explained everything that had happened. The B team returned home with Laura far away from the dead clown land. Laura was finally safe, and Alice and Mitchell had a happy life with their new baby Rosalie. Everybody lived happily ever after. The end.